Today we are going to study about the next topic, that is photoelectric effect. This is the one topic that we have to study through which we can explain the particle nature of the electromagnetic radiation. In 1887, Hertz performed a very interesting experiment. That is, when a metal is exposed to a beam of light, electrons were ejected out. When certain metals like potassium, rubidium or cesium were exposed to a beam of light, some of the electrons were ejected out. This phenomena is known as photoelectric effect. We call it as photoelectric effect. Here you can see in this picture, this is the experimental setup of photoelectric effect. Here you can see a piece of metal is kept here. A piece of metal is kept here and that metal is exposed to light. A beam of light is irradiated towards the metal surface, and here you can see electrons are ejected out from the metal surface and it is moving towards the positive side of the chamber. Positive side of the chamber, that is detector. And detector is also kept to measure the kinetic energy of the ejected electrons. That is, a metal surface is exposed to a beam of light. A metal surface is exposed to beam of light, and from the metal surface, after the exposure of the beam of light, some electrons are ejected out from the metal surface and it is detected using a detector. All these experimental setup is done in a vacuum chamber. This experiment is done in a vacuum chamber. Here look, this is what happening in the metal surface. That is, when a light is incident on the metal surface, electrons are ejected out from the metal surface. These electrons are detected by the detector. This is what happening in the photoelectric effect. These are the observations made in the photoelectric effect. That is, the electrons are ejected from the metal surface as soon as the beam of light strikes the surface. That is, there will not be any time lag in between this. That is, when the beam of light is strike the surface of the metal, as soon as it strikes, electrons are ejected out. Next observation is the number of electrons ejected is proportional to the intensity of the brightness of the light. The number of electrons ejected is proportional to the intensity or brightness of the light. Next observation made is, for each metal there is a characteristic minimum frequency below which photoelectric effect is not observed. That is, there will be minimum frequency. Which this minimum frequency is otherwise known as threshold frequency, below which the photoelectric effect is not observed. So each and every metal there will be a threshold frequency, that is minimum frequency, below which we cannot observe this photoelectric effect. Here you can see a picture, that is, many colors of light are strike the metal surface of potassium. Here red light is exposed. Here the potassium is exposed to red light, also green light and also the violet light. Here you can see the difference. When red light is when the red light strike the metal surface, there is no electrons ejected. There is no electrons ejected. But when the green light and the violet light strike the metal surface, electrons are ejected out. Electrons are ejected out when the green and violet color lights are striken the metal surface. This observation of photoelectric effect is explained by Einstein in 1905. He explained using Planck's quantum theory of electromagnetic radiation. Einstein explained that as the greater the energy of photon, as the greater the energy possessed by the photon, greater will be the transfer of the energy to electron. That is, the energy of the photon is transferred to the electron, and hence the ejected electron will have the greater kinetic energy. That is, the greater the energy possessed by the photon, greater will be the transfer of the energy to the electron, the metal surface, and hence the greater the ejected electron will have the greater the kinetic energy. This is how Einstein explained the photoelectric effect with various colors of light using Planck's quantum theory of electromagnetic radiation. As I told you in the observation of the experiment of photoelectric effect, there is a threshold frequency below which we cannot observe the photoelectric effect. That is minimum frequency for the photoelectric effect to happen. If nu zero is the threshold frequency, then we can write the energy, the minimum energy for the photon to eject out the electron as h nu th. Th means threshold frequency, or we can write it as h nu 0. That is, if nu 0 is the threshold frequency, that is the minimum frequency. So we can write the energy, minimum energy. We can write the minimum energy, that is equal to E is equal to h nu 0. Also, we already know that E is equal to energy of the photon is h nu, h into nu. So the difference in energy, h nu minus h nu 0. The difference in energy, h nu minus the minimum energy, that is h nu 0, is transferred as the kinetic energy of the photoelectrons. That is transferred to the electrons, ejected electrons. That is, we can see it as kinetic energy of the photoelectrons. Here is the relation for the kinetic energy of the ejected electrons. That is, h nu is equal to h nu 0 plus half m v square. M means mass of the electrons and v is the velocity of the ejected electrons. This is the relation for the kinetic energy of the ejected electrons from the metal surface. Now, the particle nature of the light created a dilemma for the scientist, because as you explain the black body radiation and photoelectric effect using the particle nature of the radiation, it could not explain the properties like diffraction and interference using the particle nature. This diffraction and interference phenomena are explained using wave properties of the electromagnetic radiation. So the scientists made the conclusion that the light has dual behavior which possess both particle nature and wave nature. These are the general descriptions on electromagnetic radiations. Next class, we will see that some microscopic particles like electrons also exhibit this wave particle duality.